No, it's yours.
Oh. I wasn't sure what to say. I'd made myself a promise not to stress about the little things. If there was a bed and the heat worked, I'd live. I'd been traveling the last 22 hours, and I was sure I'd be able to sort it all out, no matter how rustic it might be. He had to shove a bit on the door, but then it opened with a loud creak. He held it for me to enter. The large vestibule had been turned into a quirky reception office with a desk and file cabinets on one side and a row of leather chairs on the other. After I went through, he rolled in the cases.
Your living quarters are in the back. Down the hallway, here are the exam rooms.
It's very efficient, I said, which was another way of saying I had no idea how I felt about working in an old church. The previous doctor had died a few years ago. The place probably hadn't been used since then, but at least it was clean. Don't be a snob. You wanted adventure. It was the main reason I'd moved. My life for so long had been nothing but work, punctuated by personal tragedy. No one here knew what had happened with my husband, or even cared. I'd wanted away from all that. And here I was. Being in Scotland, I'd be able to travel around Europe at the drop of a hat. I smiled again. I'd been doing that a lot the last hour or so, from the airport in Edinburgh. The long hallway opened to a beautiful space. A large living and dining area replaced the altar and pews. The Gothic stained-glassed windows only added to the charm. An eclectic mix of furniture blended so well, it was as if a designer had done it. There were beautiful tapestries on the wall, and the fireplace was so big, I could have walked into it. I let out the breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. It's lovely. I meant those words. So charming. He grinned.
Would you like me to take your cases to your bedroom?
I shook my head. I've got it from here, but thank you. Again, all of this was so much more than I'd imagined. It was quiet here on the hill, and that's what I'd needed. After working the last few years in a busy ER, I'd craved the life of a small-town country doctor and a peaceful place to live. What's more peaceful than a church?
You'll be hungry after your travels. Once you settle, come down to our pub around the corner. My missus is looking forward to meeting you, and her granddaughter has been talking about you for weeks.
I can't wait to meet them. I'll be down in just a bit. I followed him to the front door.
You'll be needing this.
He pulled a large brass key from his pocket.
Works on the inside and the outside. The Laird has a copy, but best not to lose this one. He's busy, and we don't like to bother him.
The Laird. The guy was probably a grumpy old Scotsman who hated Americans. After Mr. Wilson left, I couldn't resist checking out the whole place. The exam rooms were more extensive than I'd expected, and each one had a stained glass window. Everything I might need was already there, and much of it looked new. The scent of disinfectant was everywhere. Someone had cleaned everything to the corners. Thank you, whoever you are. That saves me loads of time. In my new living space, the leather couch was soft and worthy of naps. I'd need a few throws and some pillows, and it'd be perfect. A large-screen television was on the wall, and a vast iron and glass dining table sat near a large opening to another room. I wonder where the kitchen is, I said aloud. There was a door on the far left wall of the other side of the fireplace, but I turned right and found the kitchen. Instead of the wall-to-wall cabinets we were used to in America, there were individual furniture pieces. A few of the cupboards had tiny brass plates on them. It was a Duval kitchen. I'd watched the series more than once on television to help me wind down after a tough shift. But I'd never thought I'd have one of their kitchens. The painted blue furniture was gorgeous, and there was an gas stove worthy of a chef. Maybe I should learn how to cook.